my crazy self. And let's see, times. We are going to be streaming, this is my goal, every Tuesday and Thursday and Sunday between 11 and 11:30 because we know that me being on time is almost nearly impossible. But we're going to try, we're going to shoot for it. So I'm going to change that now live sign the next time I get an opportunity. Croc, remind me to do that if you do not mind. Also, there is also contact me. There is Twitter, there is YouTube channel. If you go to the YouTube channel, it not only has the Twitch streams that I've done, it also has some really funny stuff from Dead by Daylight as well as Phasmophobia, which has been my new insanity lately. That is scary as crap. I have literally cried in some of those videos, just being so dang scared. That's some scary mess. And my Twitter so that you can come hang out with me. And let's see, what else do we have? My rules, information about me. Some of my cosplay stuff talks about Chester the Chat Cat. Because if you're not behaved, Chester the Chat Cat gets first dibs. And then I get the rest. So, other than that, what else has been new? Let's see. Other than me trying to get a car or figure out a car, that's been one of my other things on my agenda. Other than that, I got a new mic, and I haven't gotten a new headset yet, but that's on the agenda. I do have one of those new mic stands I'm going to have to hook up, so kind of excited about that. And what else? Oh, trying to get Beat Saber all hooked up. That I'm extremely excited about, because I love Beat Saber. That's so amazing. If you don't know what that is, it's a VR game. So now let's talk about Shadows of New York. I wanted to make sure that we had a lot of time to get into the story today. But basically it's a text-based, if you're not familiar with it. It is a text-based type of story. And as we get through it, there will be opportunities where it will say, choose options 1, 2, 3, or 4. And that's when I rely on you, Chat Pack. You guys are going to help me go through this story. So when you see me say, or hear me say, hey, Chat Pack, you want 1, 2, 3, or 4? Do not snooze or you're going to lose. I need to make sure that you pick one. The first 3 people that vote, I'm going with the majority rules. I like to wait for like 4 and 5 if I can, but if it looks like there's too much of a delay between it, because you know there's already going to be a tiny bit of lag between me and you. So vote quick and just let me know 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's get through this. I'm excited to see where this goes from here because it's getting really interesting. I think we're actually investigating murder at this point. So are you guys ready for story time? I know I am. Are we ready? Is that a yes? Or is that a no? Oh, you trying to get my character in the most trouble? No, don't get me in the most trouble. I don't want to die. Oh, wait, I'm already dead. All right, well, get ready. Buckle up, Buttercup. It's time for a hell of a ride. All right, we should be seeing it come up on the screen quickly now. Let's see. Yep. And we should hear a click in 1, 2, 3. Click. Woo! How's that for timing? It's called that sixth sense thing. Alright, you guys ready? Let's start this bad boy. Alright, let's load her up. Julia, night 5. So, alright. It's about time I had to see Kadir. Mighty kind of him to arrange a meeting in the place that's most convenient for me. D'Angelo, Hope, Tamika, Agathon. Now guys, if you remember, these are the same characters, and I didn't recognize it until I recognized the name Tamika. She's Gangrel. So, D'Angelo, Hope, Tamika, Agathon. They are all from the prior Vampire the Masquerade. It was Coteries of New York. Yep. Here we go. I suppose that's better than nothing. But no evidence. Really? Honestly, it felt as if someone had already cleaned up the most egregious stuff before I arrived. Sounds like the Anarchs. I'll definitely try to check that place again, but I feel I'd need some sort of expert to accompany me. An advanced investigator who would show me the ropes. Someone tall and handsome, maybe. Yeah, if you don't mind a diplomatic incident, I'll go with you. Yes, Kadir, that'd be a good idea. Why don't you? Any better ideas? Actually, this very note gave me one, but I will need to set it up first. I'll get back to you about that. You know these people? I've had passing contact with each of them. Part and parcel of the job, you know. I suppose. Can you help me out with this? The way I'd tackle it would be, look at one person on the list every night, ask around about them, and see what they know if you do manage to meet them. If I manage to meet them, they're not particularly easy to get a hold of. Always preferred to be a little off the grid, but nowadays they're all practically in hiding, if not MIA or dead. Funny coincidence? It's not my job to speculate. In other words, he knows something, but is not at liberty to say. Guess I'll find out anyway, if I do meet them. And why one night each? Shouldn't I investigate every loose thread until we're satisfied? In a perfect world, you'd have all the time you needed, but this is not a perfect world. They'll try to brute force a solution to the case as soon as possible. I suspect that 4 nights from now, once the celebrations of power are over, they'll ask for your findings, and that will be all. Fucked up. To be brutally honest, my focus wouldn't be on solving the murder. Instead, I'd focus on not embarrassing yourself. Fucked up. This is part of why I didn't want you to get involved. You couldn't possibly think Arturo had you involved out of the goodness of his heart. The entirety of your investigation is just for show. You were meant to be an unwitting actor. Maybe I really should just call MIA and be like, you know what? Fuck these condescending ivory tower clowns. I want to work with you. But then again, if I was with the Anarchs, they'd probably delegate even shittier tasks to me. If, and that's a really big if, they didn't think I was some kind of inside agent in the first place. Better stick to Camarilla. But if they're hell-bent on stabbing me in the back at every opportunity, maybe it's time to think about how I can repay the favor. Play dirty, no matter what Kadir thinks of it. After all, from where I'm standing now, there's no other way but up. Penny for your thoughts. I take a drag from my cigarette. 1, 2, or 3, chat pack. Either 1, I'm pissed off, or 2, that's just the camarilla, no? Or 3, whatever. What do you think I'm gonna say, chat pack? Or what do you think I would want to say? Let's say that. Either 1, 2, or 3. Chat pack, what'll it be? What are you thinking? I could see, I don't know, 2 or 3 maybe. Not quite sure what I think. You would go with 1, I'm pissed off. That would help you out with Kadir, and he could pass that info off to others he talks to. Okay, that could be a logical one. What does the rest of Chatback say? So we got a 1. Let's see. We got 1? Is that all the votes we got? Because if that's all the votes we got, that's what I'm going with. What are you thinking? I guess we'll do 1. I'm pissed off. Thoughts, schmots. I'm angry. What do you expect? Something different from the norm, I suppose. My anger levels are above the norm, I suppose. It's a nasty situation, but not one without a possible good ending in sight. So I hope you can channel that anger into something productive. I can try. Where should I go first? You should go with me. As it happens, I'm only out here because I was ordered to drive Osling to the art hole. And guess the name of her protege. Oh, so that's who Agathon is. Or was. Nobody knows. It's a complicated thing. You'll see. I'm on the clock, so let's get a move on. Lead the way, big bad wolf. Still not done with this bit? Not while it's still bothering you. I'm leaving you behind if you don't keep up. So, Kadir does not like being called Big Bad Wolf. Somehow I think that's a compliment. As I already told Kadir, and numerous times at that, I have no idea what happened with Agathon. The Broadway Chantry, part of the Chantry of the 5 Boroughs, is Asling's usual hangout place these past few nights. She's in a hurry and not willing to talk. Do you have any ideas about his connection to Kindred, going by the names of Tamika, D'Angelo, and Hope? I don't. I made it a point to keep our relationship strictly professional, and never meddled in his personal affairs, unless they influenced our work, that is. But it only happened 1 time. Ah, yes, the infamous Juno case. Alright, we got 1, 2 or 3. Either, what about Juno? About that Juno? Were there any signs he's leaving? Was there any conflict between you two? So 1, 2, or 3. What do you think, Chat Pack? You choose. Number 1 is about that Juno. Or number 2, were there any signs he's leaving? Or number 3, was there any conflict between you two? All right, we got 3. We need to establish a motive. Okay? So what else do we think, Chat Pack? I almost want to do either 1 or 3. Because were there any signs he's leaving? I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Hi! No idea. Go with 3. Excellent. Is that, let's see if I can pronounce that without botching it horribly. Mataluv? Am I right? Am I wrong? Tell me how to pronounce your name so I can say it right. I want to make sure I do. We'll go with 3, though, since everybody's going with 3. But tell me how to make sure that I say your name correctly. By the way, welcome to my domain. Glad to have you here if you just jumped in. All right, let's go with 3. Were you two in conflict about anything? Something that might have driven a wedge between you? A pause, which is slightly too long for me not to get suspicious. Nothing I can think of, but I did take offense to one thing. It was quite rude of him not to give me a proper warning before he departed. Still, this line of work is not particularly favored by folks with a perfect grasp of savoir-faire. I do hope his search will bring him back right where he started, begging me to take him back in. The boy is talented, and I did put a lot of time into mentoring him. If he doesn't, well, que sera, sera. No skin off my back. So you won't even entertain a possibility that he found himself in harm's way? I know an answer to that one. A researcher's mindset. She doesn't think it's worth considering the worst-case scenario seriously, and just takes things as they come. Precisely. If, for example, climate change scientists didn't operate this way, most would have put a bullet in their head long ago. That's French, though. Say the first letter and the rest are silent. Cool. I like that. That is a nice name. Welcome to my domain, by the way. That's a cheery thought. I'd like to search the chantry for Agathon's whereabouts. Our good sheriff already did that long ago. You'd just be wasting your time, and ours for that matter. Didn't you say Helene was waiting for us, Kadir? Give the girl 15 minutes, Asling. A minimal support for an ongoing investigation, and besides, she has a proclivity for finding things everyone else has overlooked. 10 minutes, and if you attempt to pass this door or that one up there, I can't guarantee you'll walk out of here alive. Thank you very much, High Regent. Just get on with it. Ooh, we get to search a chantry. My time here is practically up, and I've found nothing of use. It seems Agathon was completely dedicated to his work. Even his personal quarters are as barren as it gets. No personal touch whatsoever. Nothing I could go by. It's all research, research, research. He seems like such a bore. Focus, Julia. What would you do if you were a warlock workaholic? Where would you leave clues to your whereabouts? What would you do if you found yourself in mortal danger and wanted to go to Deneau? It's loose. Was that? Yeah. It was facing this way, huh? I approached the place where I saw the shadowy silhouette appear. It's a brick wall, and one of the bricks is loose. Kadir and Asling are in another room right now, still discussing the party. It's not that bad. You ought to learn how to find humor in the little things. It's demeaning, Sheriff. That's all there is to it. It's time. I work the brick loose until I can grip it. Then I tug it as silently as possible, revealing a hole in the wall. Inside, there's a book. I browse through it quickly. Agathon's diary. That's a bingo. Your 10 minutes are up. So are your 15 minutes, in fact. Are you done here? If I could just get 5 more minutes. I still feel like I could stumble upon something here if I look a little more. No way, Julia. Time to go. Fine. I put the brick back and take the diary with me. It did look like Agathon left it so that someone in the chantry could find it, presumably the High Regent. But my investigation takes priority for now. I bid Kadir and Asling adieu and start looking for a secluded place to read the diary. This place, right here, should be secluded enough for me to browse through the diary in peace. I start quickly skimming the book, singling out sentences and paragraphs that look interesting, trying to get a general idea of what kind of person Agathon was. Now, if you remember from Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York, this room looks extremely familiar to me. Oh, I just noticed there's a guy walking in the very back of that hallway. That just caught my eye. Did y'all see that? How much you want to bet he's going to walk again? Anyway, this whole room looks extremely familiar to me. Yep, there he goes. Check him out. He's walking down there. Or is, I hope. Guy walking in the back is just a serial killer. Nothing special. The more I read, the clearer the image of the person becomes. He's been working under the High Regent for 15 years. There's an underlying shame in the way he talks about Tremere magic. He always describes himself as too slow on the uptake, too late to learn something, too much of an amateur. He was really into tying in his self-worth to his wisdom. The entries, beginning in 2012, are terrifyingly regular. The handwriting is extraordinarily neat. The author's absolute dedication to his studies is palpable. If there's anything to his own life besides work, it's his relationship with the 3 important women he holds dear. The first is his master, Aisling Stubbridge, whom he reveres for her knowledge, stoicism, and willingness to experiment. I was hoping to find some details about her secretive work here, but no dice. Looks like he was willing to risk someone finding all about his inner life, but not anything that could harm her studies. A good pupil, serving a good mentor. I'm jealous. The second is a northern warlock, his ex-lover, Juno, whom he feels guilty about. They had a conflict in which Aisling was involved, having to choose between the 2. He chose Aisling. According to Agathon, there was never real love between him and Juno. First it was shared interest, then a growing disconnect, and ultimately guilt, which made him feel responsible for her. But maybe it's just excuses. He strikes me as the kind of person who spends most of his time inside his head. Doesn't sound like someone you could have a fulfilling romance with. 1, 2, or 3. Dakota, or that one time in high school, or don't dwell on it. So 1, 2, or 3, chat pack. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know. What are you thinking, chat pack? 1, 2, or 3? I have no clue on this one. I'm going to ride whatever it is you guys say. So you tell me. What do you think? Which one? Croc, you're thinking 1. You're thinking 2. That one time in high school. Why are we going to say that one time in high school? Let's go with 1. Dakota. 2. Definitely 2. Man, we don't want to go there on that one time in high school. We're going to go with majority rules 1. One day, Dakota might realize this. Anyway, last but not least, Agathon's mortal grandmother, Sylvia. She is the light of his life, and the person who took care of him after his parents died in a ritual murder. Not quite what I expected. Her family used to serve a cruel vampire in Mexico City, and it was retribution for their escape. She was the lead Tremere used to track him down, actually. He was keeping her alive for a long time, but a few months ago her heart gave up. Agathon blamed his insufficient skills, the kind of man who carries the entire world on his shoulder. Left alone with Aisling, he drowned himself in work and eventually burned out. But it doesn't sound like Sylvia's death was the only event that triggered his depression spiral. There was some kind of incident back in 2019. He doesn't cite specifics. Another thing he was worried about writing down? It's all vague mentions of a person who made him fly too close to the sun. Whatever happened, it had the same effect as his grandma's death. New York stopped feeling like a home to him. It became alien, empty, grotesque. His words. check the first page. There's a recent photograph of him glued to the inner side of the cover. He's facing away from the camera, only showing his profile, and striking a rather dramatic pose. At first, it looks kinda poserish to me. However, upon closer inspection, it seems like a goodbye photo. The final, melancholic glance he throws in your direction before disappearing for good. There's also a single black feather. No idea what it means. Something's written next to the photograph with a lot of flourish. It looks like a poem. Look at the photograph. Doesn't it make you hunger? Oh, I don't know. It might. More than annoyed. Sad. More than sad. Unhappy. More than unhappy. Suffering. More than suffering. Abandoned. More than abandoned. Alone in the world. More than alone. Exiled. More than exiled. Dead. More than dead. Forgotten. The Sedative, 1917, by Marie Laurencin. Looks like he wrote it down recently. It might have resonated with his emotional state over the past few months. Most importantly, it seems to confirm his intent with his diary, to me. The general idea seems to be his research will outlive him, so he doesn't even detail it. Still, he wanted some kind of tangible memory of who he was left for posterity. But that's not all. There's still a mystery to be solved. Quite a few of the pages towards the end are missing, but it doesn't look like they were necessarily removed to redact information. They were torn off in a way that makes it clear the paper wasn't ever used. What's more, the preceding pages are empty as well. Could it be that that's when it happens again? I notice a bizarre shape in my peripheral vision. Y'all see it? Like, look over in the middle of the screen. You see the guy walking in the back, sure. But after he gets done walking through the back, y'all see it? It's a ghost. Kind of floating there. Now watch, it's going to disappear. Check it. See that? Ha! Bleed. I turn to catch a glimpse as fast as possible, but it's already gone. If my heart could beat any faster right now, it would be jumping out of my chest. It's discomforting. I've been seeing these apparitions ever since I turned into this. The worst part is, I feel as they were always there, even as a mortal. They were there sometimes in the corner of my eye, disappearing when I tried to look directly at them, making me think it was just my mind playing tricks on me. But when you're a part of the Night Clan, there are times they don't disappear. There are times they talk. There are times they try to force you to do their bidding, and worst of all, no. I don't want to think about it right now. Still, in my experience, they aren't exactly, I don't know, consciously malevolent. This one in particular was trying to help. I open the book on the first empty page and look around to make sure nobody is staring. Then I cut myself using a razor I keep in my pocket just in case. It's not a deep slice. I just want to let a droplet of vitae fall onto the page. That's when the letters appear. Look at me, a clown, no longer confident that any of my people can be trusted. I turn to I'm assuming that is fucking spick. A cameraless spick at that. Reserved contempt. What are you for, boy? Laugh at me. Ridicule is all I'd stir. Come on, don't just stand there like an idiot. You want to say something? Say it. What the hell? Did it say that on his jacket? As above, so below? Woot in the moment! Oh, they have a new video for that. I'm going to have to play that. Alright, cool. This is the last thing I expected to happen. This diary is haunted. A series of quickly changing sentences and images composed of shadows and blood give me a window into another reality. It's not an objective view. It's like scattered remnants of emotions, similar to a half-remembered dream, full of holes, but an honest expression of one's mind. Might it be interacting with me? It's just a hypothesis, but I don't know why else it would show me Callahan. And that was Ellis Island? Right. This time I don't even look in its direction. The voice makes me feel oddly confident about what I need to do. I pick up the feather that was in the diary and dip it in my vitae. Then I write down 1, 2, 3. Compassion, confusion, or contempt. Which shall we do? No idea how this is going to go, because this could be one of those path-changing things. Either compassion, confusion, or contempt. What do you think, Chat Pack? 1, 2, or 3? I'm not sure on this one. I have no idea. Who are we being this about? I have no idea. You think 1, compassion, because it looks like this dude who got killed was needing some. So I guess we're thinking about the author. Is there compassion with him, confusion, or contempt? Does he have compassion, confusion, or contempt? I guess. So we're thinking 1 from Donnie. You're thinking go with 1? I'm kind of thinking maybe we should go with 1. Let's see what 1 says. 3 is the La Sombra choice. 3? Okay, we got some 3s now. Alright, a bunch of 3s. Let's try contempt. You sold out your ideas long ago, old man. You're a shithead, a coward, a bigot, a failed leader, hated by everyone serving you. Of course I have nothing but contempt for you. As above, so below. What you reap, you shall sow. Hey, not the exact words, but close. Good fucking some honesty. Now we can talk to each other like equals. It doesn't feel like this is the way these events took place. It's more like a way to explore Agathon's emotional truth about the way it all unfolded. In any case, the diary is reacting to me, and some shade of the truth is better than nothing. It's a handy tool, and if I use it right, I might find some clues that could aid me in my investigation. There are a few thoughts floating around in my head, like alien entities trying to make their way out. Is that also an effect of the diary's power? Let's try. 1, 2, or 3. Death, destiny, or dream. Pick a word, any word. Tell me what you think. I could see doing any of them. You think 2? You think 2? Kind of leaning towards 2 as well. What say thee? 1 more from Chat Pack. 1, 2, or 3. We got a 1. We got a 2. Alright, we got 3 2s. I'm stuck. Gots to do the 2s. I'm curious. What is the destiny you see in front of you? Thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lupine. Thank you. You are so sweet. Thank you. There are 2 paths I see laid out in front of me. The first one is freedom, bought with a horrible price. The second one is utter and complete debasement. Alright, somebody needs to start writing what letters we're missing, because it seems like this is a thing. So if this is second, S-E-C-O, that's E-C-O. Croc, write that down. E-C-O. And let's see if when we start adding up, E-C-O. Just hold on to that. Let's see what happens. But you haven't decided on one of these paths yet. No. But I'm afraid A-F-R-A-I. So put R-A-I, E-C-O, and then R-A-I. Somebody remember that. Choice might have already been made for me. I've got this feeling something's up with this. So we got E-C-O, then we got R-A-I. Eco Raid. Who summoned the werewolves? God damn it. What are the 2 of you talking about? Why did you meet? Alright, here we go. We've got 3 more. Endure, Explain, and Ellis Island. Which one do you guys want to go with? I'm almost thinking Explain. I'm almost leaning towards 2. What are you thinking? So we got ECO. What was it? A? R-A-I. There wasn't a D. ECO, R-A-I. Those were the 6. Where's that 3 even come from except the immigration points? We're thinking, yeah, I'm thinking 2. Explain. Let's do 2. Let's do 2. I've shared my intel with you. Is there anything you know that I might need to know? You've gotten, okay, yourself, O-U-R. So we got ECU, wait, ECO, R-A-I, and then O-U-R. Don't make me break out a pen. Have to write this crap down. Croc, are you writing this down? Because I'm about to do it. I'm about to write it down. Hold on. It's a Croc thing. Croc does this all the time. Hold on. So we got E-C-O-R-A-I. And now we've got O-U-R. E-C-O-R-A-I-O-U-R. You've gotten yourself into a giant mess, boy. You think what you know is bad? You don't know the half of it. Oh, I forgot that one. We also had fucking in there since only the F and the G were there. So it was U-C-K-I... Oh, man. U-C-K-I-N... Wow, this is going to be a thing. Hold on. But if you want to resist, first off, you're going to have to bite the hand that has been feeding you for so long. Blood running cold. All the scribblings disappear, and another set starts taking their place. I don't know. Just makes me wonder. The diary conjures an image of a completely different place. I instantly get a feeling of déjà vu. I process the space differently. The atmosphere is different, more familiar, homely. But this is unmistakably the Chamir Chantry I visited early tonight. And standing there is just the person I'd expect. Oh, shit. Asling. Looks like that's it for my meeting with Callahan. God damn it. But what if the person he was talking about and eliciting a strong emotional reaction from was Asling? The diary awaits my next command. We either do why, when, or who. Here we go, chat pack. I got no earthly idea. I don't know if it's why, when, or who. I have no idea. No clue. You guys tell me. What do you think in chat pack? You think why? I don't think when is going to be that important, but why? Why? Okay, fine. We'll do one. We'll make it easy one. High Regent. Why? Why? You can't be serious. These experiments, okay, EXPERIMEN. These experiments need resources, and I wouldn't be able to provide all the needed materials in a reasonable time frame all by myself. It's quid pro quo, and it's not like my research isn't helping all kindred in a long run. So it's LON. There's got to be a reason. It's driving me nuts. There has to be a reason for these. Are you writing these down, Croc? I hope you are. I'll bet you, if you unscramble these, it has to do with something. Maybe. I don't feel comfortable being a part of this at all. I always thought we were busy with science, not politics. These are the words of a child, Agathon. Science has always relied on politics, and politics on silence. Agathon. H-O-N. Interesting. Not like this, High Regent. Don't embarrass me, Agathon. A-S-S. Ass. Not like this. The moving scribblings disappear again. I hastily let another drop of blood fall on the page. What appears this time is yet another familiar face. Ah, yes, Agathon. What is it that you wanted to tell me? So, H-A-T, hat, ass hat. Sorry, it was a thing. I had to. My bad. Oh, there you go. Fuck you. Go to hell, you goddamn rat. Which one you want to go with? Number 1? Yeah, ass hat. Number 1, fuck you. Number 2, go to hell. And number 3, you goddamn rat. Which one? Which one we want to go with? I'm telling you, there's something about this. I'm telling you, there's something about these letters missing. It's driving me crazy. Alright, you goddamn rat. Okay. You forgot about the letters from experiment. It was M-E-N, so it would be men, ass, hat. Oh. Okay. I'm going to let y'all be in charge of that. So we got a 1 and we got a 2. We need one more. Come on. Help me out, chat pack. Yeah, fucking rat. So we got a 3. Wait, we got Croc's got a 3. A second 3, a 2, and a 1. So we got to go with 3. You goddamn rat. I beg your pardon. A-R-D. The harpy vanishes. Yeah, right. As if I could ever gather courage to say this to your face. But the least I can do is try and stab you in the back. The diary ends here. I spill a little more vitae on the page, but it no longer works. I suppose that's it. Still, no idea what happened to Agathon. Is he alive? Or is he dead? We think he's alive, or do we think he's dead? I think he's alive. I think he's alive. What do you think? I think he's alive and hiding out somewhere. That's my thoughts. I think he's alive. Why would we be going through this if he wasn't? So I'm thinking alive, which is number 1 is alive, number 2 is dead. What do you think, chat pack? I'm going with number 1, alive. Let's see what happens. Maybe Dakota is right. I've been a glass half empty buzzkill too often. I will brace for the worst, but hope for the best. The way he left his diary for someone to carry on his work, the hints he strategically left inside it, he's got this all planned out, no doubt about it. I choose to believe I will see him again one night. Maybe I'll even compliment that jacket he has. As above, down below. That was on the back of the jacket. In any case, I think it's time to pay a visit to the art hole. I know Arturo tends to leave the asylum quite often to take in some fresh air and message people on his BlackBerry, so I'll just wait until I see him. Check our traits in the book. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the dictionary. Whoops. Never mind. Where did we see that? Is that just escape? I think it is just escape. Or is it? And finally, those above shall be fed to those below. Maybe. Check our traits. Hold on, that's not where you check it. Or is it escape? It might be escape. Yeah. Ooh, back settings and exit. And I want to do... Yeah, we'll go back. I don't think that's it. Maybe we have to get to a different place. That's from Sweeney Todd. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to pause it right here. And then we're going to come back to it on Sunday. So make sure that you come back. And let's try to figure out this puzzle. I have absolutely no clue whatsoever. So you guys help me figure it out. Try the book and go through it. What book? This book up here? It says new. Unread. Well, it's got all this crap that we didn't read, but that's okay. I wasn't planning on reading it. Yeah. And then it has all. Nah, we ain't planning on doing that. So we're going to back. Ha. Alright, so we're going to pause right here, chat pack, and we are going to pick this up on Sunday. Trying to see if there's anybody that we know that is on, unless we want to just make it quick and shut it down. That's a clip right there. I got all this crap we did not read. Well, I feel bad. Don't make fun. I didn't read it. Maybe that's the chat bubble. Maybe it is the chat bubble thing. I don't know. But we'll check it out next time. I've had fun, guys. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad you all joined me for story time. I hope that you come and join us again. If you have the opportunity and you just want to follow for the heck of it, please make sure that you do. You can follow, just come hang out with us. Just kind of make sure that you keep track so that you can go along with the story with us. Because I will need your help next time just as much. I've enjoyed it. It has been great. And thank you guys for joining Psycheshire in my domain for story time. Have a good night. Don't let those creepy things bite. Actually, don't let them bite. You'll enjoy it. I promise. Bye.